Cool. Okay, so here we have the next question on our menu today, which is asking us, how can we possibly express 0.63 as a fraction? 0.63, and as a fraction, well, we're going to have some whole number over some whole number. Like, in general, we want to avoid having decimals in our fractions. Yeah, so we know that any number, if it's just a number by itself, well, 0.63, we could rewrite this as 0.63 divided by 1. Divide anything by 1, and what do you get? Exactly the same thing. Okay, so this is technically a fraction, but we want to eliminate the decimal part of it, right? So we can equate this to, let's say we multiply the top by 100 and the bottom by 100, right? Because those 100 terms are going to cancel each other out. If we multiply the top by the same number as we multiply the bottom, we're going to have precisely the same fraction. So we can have 100 over 100 multiplied by 0.63 over 1. And, well, on the bottom, we'll have 100 times 1. That's 100. That's nice and easy. Now, 0.63 times 100, that just means we're going to shift over the decimal place by one spot and then another spot. So 2 spots that we're going to move over the decimal, and that's just going to be, well, 63 over 100. And that looks like a fairly reasonable fraction. Okay, now can we simplify this any further? Well, it's not an even number, so we're definitely not dividing by 2. Now, is it divisible by 3? It is divisible by 3. The top is, but the bottom is not, so that's not an option. Not divisible by 5. The top is divisible by 7, but it's not going to be divisible by, the bottom is not. So I would say, honestly, we are in simplest terms right now. So this is simplified fraction. Okay, yeah, and oftentimes when we have a fraction like this, most of the times you want to write them as percent. So most of the time, write percent instead of dividing, or instead of denominator 100. Okay, so 0.63, we could clearly write that as 63 over 100, and we could also write that as 63%. Okay, so yeah, and as you can see, if you have 0 point something, well, just convert that 0 point into a percent, and that's perfectly valid as well. Okay, so that is how we can convert 0.63 into a fraction. Ain't that a beautiful thing? Okay. The above solution is good. Good job. Nice.